Welcome to Online Learning English Composition Classes with instructor Paula Munsey. Once you log into your D2L homepage, it'll look something like this. I'm logged in as a student right now, so hopefully yours will look very similar to mine. You need to make sure that you have taken the Online Learning Introduction. You can find it by going here. I've pinned my classes that I'm using this summer all right in here. So all you have to do is go down to one, pin it, and then the next time you open it up, it'll be right here. But it's really important that you look at this. And if it's been a while since you've taken an online class, at least go to the Navigating Through D2L part again. It's going to answer a lot of questions for you. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the class and find one of my English classes for the summer. Here we go. So there'll be a welcome message over here. All the announcements will be here. I regularly use announcements to give you class updates, to tell you if there's corrections or problems, or to make comments. So you need to make sure that you log in a couple of times a week to check on this and make sure that I haven't put anything new that you haven't seen yet. So you'll notice if you've been at Front Range before that D2L has a new look, and that's why it's really good for you to maybe go through the Navigating D2L section of the online learning class again. So now course materials is where you're going to go for content, and your calendar, the class list, and the locker is a neat place, especially if you're on campus. But if you just want to save something that you're working on to D2L, you can always open it up there. Content is where we're going to be living. It has all the modules in it, and I'll show you those in a minute. Activities, assignments. This is going to be where you drop your assignments. We used to call it Dropbox. Some of the assignments I give you will be here. Others will be down here in quizzes, and then discussions. So these are the three that I will be using. Progress, you'll be able to find your grades here. Front Range resources, academic assistance, if you need advising or counseling, if you need to contact disability support services, that's right here. The library resources, you can reach it by just going here. Online Learning Office, Online Writing Center, Students' Rights and Responsibilities. So these are important for you to check out too. Okay, tech support is important. If you have need for getting some help, you would need to go to the help desk for D2L. Please do not ask me any technical D2L questions because I will not be able to answer 99% of them. So always go here first. You can do chatting with them or emailing. I'm going to make sure that I'm logged in as a student. I'm not. Okay, let's start over again. Viewing as a student. All the things that I showed you are the same here. But let's take a look now at our modules. So look under content, and then here's all the modules that you'll be looking at. So getting started, you'll see pictures of me and my grandkids. Here's the syllabus, and I know that the syllabus sometimes feels like it's really bulky, but you can get to it two ways. You can just view it through D2L, or my preferred way of doing the syllabus is, and you can do this with any of these D2L files, is to click on the little arrow over here and download it. Okay, if you download it, you'll be able to print it. Otherwise, you won't be able to print it. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and open it here. So you'll see basic information, how to reach me, how to reach my chair if you need to talk to them. Here's the course materials that you'll need. Okay, it's one textbook you can get through the bookstore or online here, or you can go into one of the campuses. By the way, I have scanned in some textbook materials. I'll show you those in a minute for the first 2 weeks, so that if you are working with the financial aid deadline or something, you'll be able to still keep up with the class for the first 2 weeks. So you notice the syllabus is long, it's 12 pages. Some of these things are important for you to understand. Others, you can just come back to this for a reference. But if you're trying to look at the description of our course or the learning outcomes that you are going to be looking to have, here's a topical outline. Here's all the things that you're supposed to be getting in this class. If it's a general transfer, guaranteed transfer, then it just depends on the class. But English 121 is guaranteed transfer. So if you get a C- or above, you have a guaranteed transfer to any other Colorado institution. So you've got to work hard to keep your grades up. There's some more content criteria here to look at. So these are all learning outcomes. Here's our student learning outcomes that I've listed that apply to our class. Okay, so those are just things that are general for our Colorado community college system. Then course expectations. This might be a little bit more down to earth for you to understand what I expect in this course to happen. Here's the total of your grades. Your projects, major projects, are going to be 75% of your grades. Your assignments and quizzes and class participation, which in online is really discussions, makes a total of 25% of your grade. So you can take a look at that. This tells you more about grade ranges, online learning expectations. So you need to really go through and please at least peruse the second part here where it deals specifically with our class, okay? Late policy, make sure you really look at that, and that, because I have people email me every semester, well, what if I'm late? Please look at the late policy and understand that I am going to be a stickler on this. Okay, academic honesty, where we talk about plagiarism, we're actually going to be looking at that a little bit more too. So the writing centers, you can submit your work to the online writing center anytime, or you can make an appointment with any of the campus writing centers, and here's the phone numbers for them. I highly recommend this. Having an extra set of eyes and ears always helps. So things like campus closure, technical difficulties, all that. So you really need to kind of look through the syllabus. Here's important dates. This is towards the end. You'll see what they are for last date to drop with refund, last date to drop without refund, non-attendance reporting. So if you have not submitted an academic assignment by Tuesday, June 5th at 11:59 p.m., you will be dropped from this class, just to let you know that. Then here's our course plan. So the way this works, I give you it week by week, show you what the textbook reading is, I give you the due date, the type of assignment, and actually what the assignment entails. So assignment 1, for example, which is due on 6/1, is a double entry journal. Okay, and then in your weekly modules, you're going to find out more details about all this. So that's the syllabus. Now let's take a minute and go over to the first week, so you get an opportunity to see how this looks, what this looks like. Here's your textbook scans that I mentioned. Here's a module that's going to tell you how to do the grammar exercises. But in addition to these specialty items, I also have week by week set forth what you're supposed to be doing. So May 30th through June 5th, I'll tell you what your due dates are, what your objectives are, give you some notes here. This will tell you the due day and where to submit things and how to find your assignments. Okay? And then down below this are any of the files that you might need this week that are PDF documents or links to outside sources. They're down here. And you're going to see that in each one of week 1, week 2, etc. This is an MLA helps section that you'll be referring to later. Our first project, I put all of the applicable files that you need to do the summary response essay here. And here's just a general one called Writing Strategies. that gives you some help with things like brainstorming, good writing skills, how to write an effective summary. So there's a few things in there that you might just peruse once in a while. Okay, that is the content, okay? Now, the other places that I said you need to go is like, for example, when that first assignment is finished, then you would come over here to assignments, and you'll see assignment 1, double entry journal. Then you would click on that, and it's going to allow you to submit it. Actually, you have to add a file. So you need to do these files in Word, okay, DocX or Doc. If you don't have it, if you look on your home page as a student, on the right-hand side, there's a widget there that will tell you how you can obtain Word for free as a front-range student. It's the online version of it, but you can get it for free. Okay, under activities, discussions, you'll have discussions almost weekly. Some weeks you'll have 2, some weeks none. But what you'll do is come to the discussion tab, you'll read through it, and then you will figure out when things are due. So for example, the first one is an introduction tweet. So you click on it, open it up. You can read it again here. Then you would make a Word document. You would start a new thread. Put your subject here. So I might say Muncie introduction. And then down here, you can either type it, you can either copy and paste it into this text box, or you can add it as an attachment. So I'm giving you a couple of pretty easy discussions this first week so you can get used to that. Okay, we got to move along here. I can't spend too much time. Quizzes. Quizzes are really activities. So as you notice over here, you get unlimited attempts at all of these. There are due dates, however. So for example, this assignment 4 is due on June 9th at 11:59 p.m. and you have unlimited attempts to complete it. If you do not complete it by the time limit, you do not get credit for it. So that's the way with all these quizzes and assignments. There's just about 9 of them here. Okay, the window will close at the due time. Okay, progress, again, you can just go and look for your grades here and see how you're doing. Okay, let's go back to our home page. You can always get there by clicking on the title of the class right here. Now we're back to our home page. So please email me with any questions or concerns. You can do that by going into class list and finding my name, Muncie Paula. Okay, and then if you click on that, it'll set you up to compose an email message to me. That's the best way to reach me. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm online a lot, and I'll try to get back to you within 12 hours. Sometimes it takes me 24. On the weekends, I might not be online as often. So I'm looking forward to meeting everyone, and I hope you have a great semester. The class moves pretty quickly, so if you happen to get behind, you're going to have to work really hard to keep moving. Once you see all the assignments in there, you'll go, oh, yeah, I forgot this was a summer class, and I have to do a lot of stuff in 10 weeks. So my best advice to you is don't fall behind. Do your work, and if you do your work, if you just do it and do it on time, I know you can at least make that C. Hopefully much more than that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to tell me in your essays.